Hello, and welcome to How to Get and Stay Out of a Creative Rut. I am your presenter, Shaquanda Dalton, and let's do a really quick introductions. Okay, so this presentation is about being a creative individual and not and basically coming across a situation where you're not very creative anymore, or you are creative but you can't just think of anything to write about. Um, Who am I? I am Shaquanda Dalton. I am the author of the Jalen and Jessica series. I also blog at learnasyourwrite.com. And you are presumably a writer. And as any writer knows, that sometimes you just can't figure out what you want to do next. You're in a rut. And really, it's pretty simple what a rut is. But a creative rut is when you can't think of new ideas for your story, or you want your story to go in a different direction but you don't know exactly how to improve it to make it better. And it's also like it's it's the same thing over and over again, and you're just not getting it. You're just not thinking of anything new to do. Well, that is really kind of what it is, but how do we get out of it? How do we solve this problem? Well, sometimes the lack of creativity is why this happens. Not that you're not creative anymore, but when your creativity goes down, you get in a creative rut. So why does your creativity go down? Well, if you are playing it too safe, it goes down. Your creativity goes down when you play it too safe. And playing it too safe means that you are not challenging your brain. You are not thinking of new things, and you are not thinking outside of the box. You're probably constantly doing the same thing over and over again, whether it is creating the same type of problems, or delivering the same type of drama, or writing in the same type of genre. um, anyway, also, boredom. Once you get bored, you're just this blah, and it really brings down your creativity. What you want to do is you want to um, test your brains with ways, new ideas, to think of ways that okay, what you want to do is create a story or write in a way that intrigues your brain to think of new creative ideas. Um, Also, broken rhythm. If you write every day, then all of a sudden you stop. Your rhythm is broken, and then your mind is playing catch up, trying to figure out what you want to do next, and you're not constantly giving your brain the activity it needs to keep the creativity juices flowing. So, how do we get out of this rut? Well, okay, so we're in the creative rut. That's how it happened. But how do we get out? So, one way is to throw a wrench into your storyline. And what I mean by that is, say you have your story from A, he is presented with a problem, to C, this problem is solved, and B is him solving the problem. Pretty simple, right? But what if you toss something in there like your main character catching the flu, or a family member passing away? Like, what if you just throw a wrench in their plan? Just throw something in there, That will really shake things up. It will create a problem for your character, a problem they didn't foresee. An unforeseeable problem is one of the most unpredictable things, because even think about real life circumstances. Stuff like that you can't predict, you can't prepare for. You know, it's something that will really throw a wrench to the goals of your character, and will really spice it up and really get your creative mind bubbling again. So another way is to change point of view. Now, you don't have to write in a different point of view, but if you just think about the other character's point of view, you can probably think of new ideas that will create different circumstances that you can write about in your story. So you probably will have your main protagonist, and then maybe you can look at the antagonist and see it from their perspective. You know, what are their goals? What are they looking at? And how does it, how does, what would something do that would stop their goals too? And it's another way. Looking at stuff from a different angle gets your brain flowing again, and it gets your mind thinking of new creative ideas, and it will help you get out of your rut. Another way is to solve a problem. So think about real life problems such as failing a test or anything that's it don't have to be too dramatic, but solving a real life problem in your story can probably help you get out of a creative rut because it makes your brain start thinking again. It's always about your mind and your mindset. When it comes to creativity, your brain is the most powerful weapon you have. And getting out of a creative rut is very serious. And it can be very fun too. So, we were in a rut, we got out the rut, but here we are. We need to make sure we don't get into it again. So, staying out of the rut. Number one, write every day. That goes back to the broken rhythm we were talking about. If you keep the rhythm up, your brain will keep on thinking of new ways, and it will be basically exercise for your brain. Um, and remember, not to play it too safe. Try new things, explore, test yourself, write in a different genre, write maybe with a notepad instead of on your computer, or write on the computer instead of your notepad if you do it that way. Um, expose yourself to different environments. Listen to people conversations. Think about real life circumstances and problems. Everything that you can do while taking a walk, you can do to stay out of the rut. So go out there, explore, see what you can do, have fun. Okay, so that was the little video. Um, if you want more, please visit my blog. I always write about creativity and also about character development and dialogue. I blog at Learn As You Write. And if you like, check out my book. It's a romance drama at Amazon, Barnes& and Noble, and Kobo. And thank you for very much. I'm Shaquana Dawson.